awesome art students. Today's lesson is how to draw a pumpkin. Now, if you tried to draw a pumpkin before, maybe you used a circle with a rectangle on top, but I'm going to show you a much better way to draw a circle today that looks more realistic. Our pumpkin today is going to have depth. It's going to be more 3D or three-dimensional. The name for a 3D is a sphere, so we're going to use more of a sphere shape so our pumpkin does look rounded. It's going to be super easy, so follow along with me. If you need to stop or pause the video, feel free to do that. Sometimes when we're drawing things, it might help you to watch the video first before you draw it. Or you may need to draw it multiple times. You can actually draw it as many times as you want to, and I'm sure that every time that you draw it, it's going to get a little bit easier for you. Now, a couple of pumpkin facts before we start that I thought were really interesting is that the only country or the only continent in the whole world that cannot grow pumpkins is Antarctica. So that's really cool, probably because it's way too cold for pumpkins. Now, pumpkins, the first pumpkin seeds were found in Mexico in the year 7000 BC. That is so very super long ago. Also, something else that I thought was a very interesting thing about pumpkins is that a pumpkin is a fruit. Now, I always thought that maybe a pumpkin was a vegetable because you grow them in the garden, but they are actually a fruit. Who knew? So follow along with me as we begin our pumpkin drawing. So instead of drawing a circle for our pumpkin, we're going to begin with 2 dots. Make sure that you leave room for your stem. And after you have your 2 dots on the paper, you are going to connect the dots with a line. And then you are going to connect the dots with a letter C, sort of a stretched out C. You're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Remember that you are connecting the dots. Each time you add a section of the pumpkin, you are going to start at the dot and stop at the dot. You're going to swing out a little bit more each time. Remember, starting at the top dot and ending at the bottom dot until your pumpkin is the size that you'd like for it to be. You can make it as big as you'd like. Next, we're going to draw an oval for the stem above our pumpkin, and then we're going to go to the sides and connect it to the pumpkin with a line. You could add some extra lines for details if you'd like. And after that, you are going to color your pumpkin.